I just got these two Amaryllis bulbs and they are already sprouting. This is winter time and they bloom in spring. So I have always planted them outdoors in the ground, but this time I want to plant them in the planters. Hi, this is Ruchi and let's plant them in the planters. So if you look at the size of these planters, it's only little bit bigger than this bulb, and that's how we want it to be. We don't want too much space out there, otherwise they are not going to bloom that well. So I'm going to put some soil and just bury this bulb till its neck. So let me put some soil in here. There should be just enough room for bulb to grow. So I've filled it a little bit, and then I just put it here in the middle so that it has little bit of room to grow on all sides. And that's it. Same thing here. I don't need to water it because the soil is already moist. So I'm going to just take it indoors because they like 65, 70, 75 or even more temperature. So I'm going to just keep them indoors near my windowsill where it gets some morning sunlight and some afternoon sunlight. And then we'll go from there. So I planted the bulbs in small containers in soil and brought them indoors. Indoor temperature is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I kept them at a place where they were getting indirect sunlight and maybe half an hour of morning sun. In 4 weeks, they grew about 6 to 7 inches tall. In the 5th week, they started producing flowers. In the 6th week, they had so many flowers. So now that flowers have been blooming really nicely, there are a couple of things that you have to be careful about. First thing is that now the surface area of the plant has increased quite a bit because of the flowers. So you should water it a little bit more, not as dry as before. And for the same reason, every now and then you should mist the flowers so that if the heat is on inside your house, the petals don't dry up. So just keep misting them every once in a while. So that way they will last for a long time. They won't wilt that quickly. And the second thing is that as soon as they are spent, they dry up, cut the flower. For example, here if you see this flower, this is dried up. So I can actually, there's no need to cut it, you can just break it. You see, this flower is spent. And the reason for that is that once the flower is spent, it starts to form seeds below the flower. So if you don't cut it out, the bulb will be spending energy in making the seed in this flower. And it will spend less energy on other flowers. You don't want that. And another thing is that these flowers make excellent cut flowers. So because we are growing these flowers indoors, there's no point in cutting them and putting them in water because they are already indoors. But suppose they were growing outside, you can cut them from the bottom of the stem and put them in water and they last for a long time. For example, here I have cut one of these stems from the second planter here and I put it in water and it's doing just fine. It's been about 4 days. So once these plants finish blooming, you cut off the stems because those are useless, the flowers have already wilted, and you take the planters outdoors, you keep watering them, you start fertilizing them with phosphorus rich fertilizer. Slowly the leaves will start to grow. You just treat it like a normal outdoor plant where you keep on watering it and you keep on fertilizing it every month. The leaves will grow longer and longer and they'll keep on storing energy in the bulbs. Then as the winter comes, you have two paths. One is that you leave it outdoors. It will go through the winters. The leaves may die because of the frost, or if they may not die depending on how harsh the winter is, but they will go dormant. That means there will be no new growth. Then as the spring arrives, they will start to develop flower stems and then they will bloom by late spring. And that's how all these bulbs, when you plant them outside, they will produce flowers in late spring. But if you want them to bloom in winter, you have to do something different. So once they finish blooming, you cut off the stems, you take the planters outdoors again, keep watering them, keep fertilizing them every month, treat them like an outdoor plant. The leaves will grow, they'll store energy in the bulbs, and then when the winter arrives, maybe early December, what you want to do is take these planters indoors where the temperatures are about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe in your garden shed or maybe in your garage. Keep them in dark, maybe put a box over them. Stop watering them, stop fertilizing them. Basically, force the dormancy on these bulbs. Keep them there in this condition for 2 months. And then maybe in early February, take them out, transplant the bulbs just like I did, and then bring those planters indoors where the temperatures are about 70 degrees Fahrenheit or maybe 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Start watering them and start giving them light, indirect light. And they will suddenly start to sprout because they were at 50 degrees Fahrenheit in dark without water, and now they are at 70 degrees Fahrenheit in light with water. So they think that the spring has arrived and they'll sprout. And then in 6 weeks, they will start to produce these beautiful flowers. So this is if you want them to bloom early in winter. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.